I'm not gonna lie, they didn't escort me out. I think they escorted Rob out though. I think Rob got escorted out, but that's neither here nor there. Excuse me. All right. Let's be serious for a while. I want to have fun today because it's Friday. And yesterday's show, even though it was abbreviated because of my internet issues, was very, very heavy for like an hour. So I want to have fun today. But first, I want to take care of the business as well. One correction from yesterday. I asked everyone, I was talking about how the news cycle goes and how these tragic things happen, and not just in the black community, but they happen just randomly. The thing in Aurora, Colorado, with the shooting that happened in the movie theater. And yesterday I posed the question. I was like, yeah, who knows what's going on with that? And Rob was like, I do. They already sentenced the dude. No, that's wrong. Yeah, that's false. They didn't sentence him. Let me give Rob one of these. Yeah, and give him one of those. In fact, the trial just wrapped up today. Read a little bit of it. I think it was very emotional because they started bringing out pictures of the babies and the kids that were killed. I call them babies. They weren't like infants, I don't think, but they were small children that were killed. And so today is that. Today was the end of that trial. Now the next phase, obviously, will be the sentencing. Rob had told you guys yesterday that he'd already been sentenced, but no, that is the next phase in this trial. But it just went to my point that when these horrific things happen, they kind of just fade away and they fade out of our consciousness, and they re-arise when the sentencing happens. Just like in this case that happened the other day with this policeman. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I was totally unaware of what happened with all those bullets, those 137 shots in that car until that day. I was like, what the hell's happening? When did this go? When did this happen? And I sat here and I thought about it today. I don't know if I don't know who, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, that Trayvon Martin thing, it really, really, really hurt my feelings. And I'm not that dude. Like, I'm not the dude that gets his feelings hurt by pretty much anything. But that really did a number on me. I remember the day. It was my wife's birthday. You feel me? She was out with her friends. Me and my son was here kicking it. And then it happened. And then it was time for him to go to bed. I wanted to say something to him about it, but I was just so, I wasn't even mad. My feelings were hurt. I was thinking about his dad, Tracy Martin. And I was like, man, like, this dude, man, somebody took his boy and is going home. And I'm sitting looking in my son's eyes like, what the hell, man? And maybe from that, I've just become kind of emotionally numb when these things happen. You know what I mean? It's like I try to like get little hints of it and not really dive into the story and get myself invested in it. So it's the same thing with this. I don't like all the information that's come about with this thing in South Carolina. I might turn to ESPN for a sec. Not ESPN. Wrong. CNN for a minute. And I can only get a couple of minutes of it before I got to just move on. Today I saw my man's Dylan Storm Roof. Is that his name? Dylan Storm Roof. His homeboy was on television today. And that cat was straight out of Central Casting. Like, they did one of the numbers, like how they do on us, on black people, how they go get the most stereotypical rollers in their hair, house coat half open, woman to get on TV and talk about the story. No, they did that today. This woman right here.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Her. Yeah. Like Sweet Brown. That's who they go get. But they went and got this kid, his homeboy, I guess it was who it was. Oh, man. Yeah, that dude had everything. He had the raggedy hat with the fish hook on it and the cutoff sleeves on the camouflage shirt. Like they about to go hunt. They had like the big, the dirty pickup truck behind them. Like everything, the slow southern drawl. Like, yeah. I know what kind of gun he had. What he was trying to do was he was trying to spark off a race war, like in that Trayvon Martin thing. Mm-hmm. He had a Glock 45. Like, that dude was straight out of Central Casting. I just saw here on my Instagram a second ago that they actually did not indict him, but I guess it's indicting him. They formally charged him 9 counts of murder, 1 count of possessing a deadly weapon during a violent act, I think is what it's called. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm just trying to do it by, straight like Boomhauer. Yeah, what's his name? Boomhauser? Boomhauer? Yeah, the dude from King of the Hill is what my guy Coop is saying. And somebody interviewed one of his cousins as well. And this kind of, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently, his old lady or someone he had some sort of affection towards, let's just say that, he actually lost her to a black dude. And his cousin was I'm trying to find this article right now so I can tell you guys who interviewed his cousin. But anyway, he apparently lost his girlfriend or someone who he considered to be his girlfriend to a black dude. Yeah. Here it is. Scott Roof, who says Scott Roof is his cousin. This says Ashley on it. Okay, Ashley. Sweet. Who writes for Black Sports Online. Scott Roof, who identified himself as Dylan Roof's cousin, told me over the phone that, quote unquote, Dylan was normal until he started listening to that white power music stuff, end quote. Anybody know what that is? White power music. That's a new one. I didn't look that up. IMD, not IMD. What is it that you do when you ride in the car and then you want to find the music and you hit the little app? What the hell is it called, man? All right, now I have to look for it here. This right here. It's called come on, pull up so I can finish the story. Yeah, I got to Shazam it. I got to Shazam me some white power music. Maybe I'll start hating you Negroes too. More. That was inappropriate. I'm sorry. So anyway, he also claimed that he, quote, kind of went over the edge when a girl he liked started dating a black guy 2 years back, end quote. So I guess this is where the comments about you guys are taking all our women, or did he say raping all our women? Whichever one it was. But yeah, that apparently, according to his cousin, is what pushed him over the edge. He says, quote, Dylan liked her, end quote. Quote, the black guy got her. He changed. I don't know if we would be here if not for them or not for that. And then he just hung up the phone on old Shelly here. Yeah, see, Dylan got to understand that sometimes a saying just ain't a saying. You know, she went black. You can't expect her to come back. You know, just what it is. You know, yeah, that was a bad look from the top, homeboy. Speaking of bad looks, did y'all see this thing about the reporter? Yeah, this is, if you haven't seen this, yeah, this is a WTF moment. This is like this Rachel Dolezal thing has nothing on this. If you guys want to fire off a couple of tweets at this young lady, she is a freelance reporter named AJ Delgado. She's at AJ Delgado 13. I'm going to read you guys a tweet from Miss AJ. Sorry. Am I the only one who isn't seeing a quote unquote white male? I know media wants to run a racial angle here, but this guy doesn't look white. Oh, God, Rachel. Or what did I say her name was? AJ. Where did I get Rachel from? Yeah, AJ. Oh, because I said Rachel Dolezal. Dolezal was her name? Yeah, that's a tough look. If you don't see a white boy in that's wow. I don't know what to say. How do you, is this like the black dress again? Is that one of those things? Like, is this kid gonna start like trending because no one can look at him and tell exactly what color he is? He may be a gold dress, or maybe he's a white dress or a black dress or whatever. One of those things. Because I see a white dude. I see a crazy white dude at that. She goes on to tweet, by the way, none of this story adds up. Even if a quote unquote white supremacist that targets/hatred isn't usually church-going African Americans. So apparently, old AJ didn't see Selma, or she walked in late, or whatever. Like, she didn't see the very first scene where, white supremacists kind of blew up a black church with a bunch of black babies in it. Or, I keep saying babies. Young children in it. So if you guys want to fire off a couple at her, by me, get her to shut this Twitter account down, because one less stupid person in the world of social media. No one gets hurt by that being removed. She's at AJ Delgado 13. And the last thing I have on this is something that I made mention to yesterday before, and we got cut off before I could go on to elaborate on some of the comments I made about people who benefit and profit, or try to, when these tragedies happen, when the Virginia Tech things happen, when the things at Sandy Hook happened, when Columbine happened, all these things happen, and everyone's president, our president, gets on television. Oh, it is. Twitter account's down. Oh, Mark was about to fire off a couple. My man, my MFing dude. Yeah, Mark was about to fire off a couple. I talked about yesterday. My main focus before the show ended or got cut off was on the black quote unquote leaders that find themselves in positions to profit off of black tragedy. So this happened. After President Obama got on TV yesterday and gave his thoughts, he looked very frustrated that, look, man, he said, I'm doing this too much. It's too much of this going on. And he started alluding to the ease at which people who obviously are mentally unstable can get their hands on a deadly weapon, on a firearm. Like this dude, I just documented to you guys the things that this dude was going through mentally, and the stuff his cousin talked about. Why his uncle give him a gun for his birthday? You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even have to go buy it. Another idiot passed a firearm to a mentally unstable, obviously, idiot. On our Twitter account, at Sports Kings Live, at Timothy Zulauf, Zulauf, says, shameless marketing on a tragedy. Whoring is alive and well. He's right. And here's what I was just alluding to. Not only the Al Sharptons of the world. So the Post, what is it called? The Post and Courier. That is the newspaper in Charleston. And of course, the front page story would be what happened in Charleston, right? But attached to it is a sticky note for ladies' night at a gun shop. Yeah, I'm not making that up at all. This is true. I'm not making that up. Yeah, and people want you to believe that it's a mistake. The newspaper, obviously, they did what they do, came out and issued an apology. The front page sticky note, this is a quote, the front page sticky note that was attached to some home delivery newspapers on the same day as this tragedy is deeply regrettable. It's a deeply regrettable coincidence. We apologize to those who it offended. It's not about offending nobody. It's just you being clueless. It's just like those same people who start hollering out, well, you know, this thing at Virginia Tech, if more people had guns, if you let the students carry guns, yeah, that's the answer. So now everybody starts shooting at the same damn time, and more victims come out of something senseless. Here's the problem in America and why this thing will never be something that gets turned around. Gun companies have too much power in this country. The NRA and all these people, the lobbyists, the people in Washington work for them. They don't work for us. You know what I mean? You may vote for them. They don't work for us, for real. And it's a damn shame, man, because every time you turn around, something ridiculous like what happened in Charleston happens. This is Sports Kings Live. I'm Big Mike. Rob